guys, welcome back to the channel. So today, just going to give you a quick update of where we're at in terms of prepping the R31 Unicorn for the upcoming event. So we've got the Wimbledon Drifting event, which is Easter Saturday, and the very following weekend we have Chilli Jam. So obviously that's the big one we're kind of prepping for, making sure everything's all up to date and done. There's a few things that have gone on. There's a couple of surprises I'm not going to be releasing that I kind of want to try and keep for Chilli Jam. There's a bit of a kind of unveily thing, but there's a few things going on. So I actually then came up with my to-do list to get done. So rolling front guards. I don't know if you've seen in some of my other social posts, I have done the 5-star conversion across. I think I have mentioned in one of my other videos. Have done the 5-star conversion. Rears, no issue. I have plenty of room in the rears. I can probably even step them out a little bit further if I really want to. And I may. I'll just have a look at how it all goes. The fronts, however, there's no room. I had the 18s on them. I recently got a set of 17s. I've got a set of 17 rims. I got a cheap, like 90% tread set of 17 tires that I got put on there. There are 205. The 17s I'm getting that I will probably be running going forward are going to be 215, potentially a little bit bigger. And the 205s, well, the 18 inches I had on there to start with were that wide and that low that they were actually pushing on the guard. Since I've taken them off, I actually noticed the guards actually kind of bumped out where it's actually been sitting on the guards for a couple of days. So need to roll the guards out a lot more. The 17s are on there now. Right side is not too bad. I've got to double check my camera as well, which is on there. Right side is not as bad. Passenger side is a lot closer. I have a funny feeling the whole thing's kind of shifted. Potentially the steering rack's kind of shifted over slightly. I don't know. I do need to double check that, but I'm going to have to roll the guards a lot more significantly and potentially raise the car just a fraction as well, just to get it enough clearance so that it's not going to fail anything when it turns. So roll front guards, the first one. Checking the camera toe, which I just mentioned. Have issues with the front because it is slightly elongated. I've mentioned it 1,000 times in my videos. The top bolt for the coilovers where it touches the knuckle is slightly elongated, so it lets you get a bit of movement to actually kind of put a bit of camber in and out of it without having to use caster tops, camber tops. Problem with that is I have found occasionally it will slide out, so you might have, which way you're looking, it might have a bit of negative camber, but then as you push on the bottom side of the wheel, it's kind of pulling that camber out. So I just need to measure that, double check it. Obviously double check the toe as well. Toe shouldn't have moved, but I just want to double check everything, make sure the alignment's all good, because I know what I had it set at before the Lost Pheasant wood, and it just absolutely loved it. It ran beautifully, and then South Circuit, nothing had changed. I had it all the same for that. Ran amazing, setup was brilliant. I was super, super happy with it. So just need to double check all that sort of stuff. One of the most exciting ones, you can see it, handbrake install. I have decided to go ahead with it. Have ordered all the stuff. I'll show you the handbrake in a second. So getting the handbrake in, I'm in the process of figuring out a mount for it. Have got that pretty much sorted. Just need to do a little bit of welding, and the mount should be ready to go. I have got, haven't got them on me here. They're actually inside. Have picked up some hard lines for the handbrake as well. So I'm going to run hard lines back. I'm going to tee that in. I've got picked up a flaring toolkit that's got the pipe bender and that sort of stuff for the small lines, the small hard lines. Going to run them back. I can basically just drop down underneath the back seats, essentially, where the floor comes up to meet the back seats. That little arm there, I'm going to get a couple of grommets and literally just go straight through there. Come from the handbrake, trace the tunnel up, and then go straight through, come to the side and go straight through where I can tee up to the brake lines, and pick it up before it goes to the tee. So the 31 brake lines from the master has one line that goes all out to the back, just on the other side of the diff, one on the other side of the axle, and then it tees off from there. So if I split it before that, I have to do one in, one out, done. So I'll get that all sorted. Obviously bleeding them, that's the next big one. It's part of that. So mount the lines and the bleeding. Fluid change. I know I've mentioned that before. Just need to do a full fluid change just for peace of mind. Everything's all fresh and good to go. And then Secret 1 and Secret 2. I've put them on there, so I know what they are and I know what I've got to do. but I'm not going to release those until I know what's going on. I'll show you the handbrake though. I'll disconnect my little camera and I'll show you the handbrake mount because it is a very tight fit. It's actually going to work out quite well, but it is quite tight to start with. I'll show you that now. Okay, excuse the shocking light. They're doing this at night, but as you can see, it is a very neat little fit. So that's with the handbrake down and the gear stick in neutral. No, gear stick in first. Neutral, worst case, fifth gear up the side here. So it's not going to get anywhere near handbrake. So handbrake's here, I've got plenty of room in front. It is quite reachable from seating position. The stock handbrake is all the way down, so I do have room there. Obviously it can come up from there, but has enough clearance that it just fits in there. There isn't any sort of issues with mounting, getting in the way. I will have plenty of room. It basically runs in line, just slightly comes inward slightly for in front of the wheel, in front of the seat. But other than that, it's all pretty neat. So hard lines will literally come out, run along the channel. I'm going to run them straight along and then down, basically where that positive wire is coming from the battery, run it straight through that wall there. So plenty of room, but yeah, neat little install. I think it's going to look really good when it's finished. I'm keen to give it a crack. So yeah, as you can see, the handbrake does look kind of neat in there. It is a very snug fit. I have had to take some more of the interior out, which again, I'm taking it out before it gets damaged basically. I've got bits of interior kind of stuck up everywhere all over the place. I've got, you know, all my little bits and pieces everywhere that it's all in good nick and I don't want to damage it. The car is basically turning nothing but a drift car. Well, it is turning into nothing but a drift car. So I'd rather take that stuff out. If I ever get another 31, I've got some good condition interior, because that's one of the things that anyone that gets old cars knows. Interior quite often gets smashed up and ruined and stained and broken and sun faded and that sort of shit. I have really good interior. I'm going to keep it as long as I possibly can. If I do end up getting a street version, that I do keep as a street version or a show car, I can throw that interior back in and I have a clean interior. Yeah, a few little bits and pieces coming out. Finish off the bracket hopefully tomorrow afternoon. I've got the welder and stuff there, so we'll get that out. And then that's the 31 pretty much done. She's all ready to go after that. So there's still little modifications I want to do. There's certain things I want to do between, like after Chilli Jam or just going forward. Things I want to get done on the car just to tidy up fab work. Other good news in regards to fab work. We have a hard rubbish collection this week and I've cleared out most of the shit in my fab corner. As part of that hard rubbish, we had an old dining table that I've gotten rid of that had 4 really nice, big, solid, chunky hardwood legs. So I've grabbed those. We've thrown some shelves out that I've grabbed all the wood for them, so I've got plenty of wood to make a little fab table down there. And I'm going to get a steel top eventually for it as well, so I can make it into kind of like a steel top welding table. Just to kind of help with earthing and stuff like that when I'm welding, make it a little bit easier and a little bit more maneuverable. But we should be able to get the fab section up pretty soon, which is I'm really excited for. There's a lot of little trinkety jobs here that having things like the linisher and the bench grinder and stuff out ready to go, and the drill press and everything else at disposal ready to go. It's going to make life a lot easier. So that's pretty much where the 31's at, which is cool. On top of the 31, there's a few things we need to do for the Colorado to get it ready for Chilli Jam. Basically, it's ready to tow. It's all good to go. Just getting it ready for Chilli Jam. So obviously, I think I've mentioned this in other videos. I'm doing the dual battery setup. So obviously, running the new cable from front to back for the dual battery setup. Installing the battery box and charger in the rear. At the moment, it's kind of going to be a temporary install until I sort of figure out what I want to do, exactly how I want it set up. For Chilli Jam, it's kind of the first time out with it. I'm going to be doing a fairly temporary kind of, it's going to be safe and secure, but it's not going to be a permanent kind of install until I kind of go, oh, I really want this, I need this feature, I need that feature, I need more of these outlets or whatever it happens to be. Install a fridge, get somewhere set up for that, so we've kind of got the whole setup ready to go. And then obviously clean the awnings. I know I've mentioned that before when we got them out the first time. They'd obviously been put away wet the last time the previous owner used them. So there's a bit of mold on some of the awnings, obviously on the folds where the water's been sitting. And there's a couple of holes where it's obviously they've had a bonfire or something going, or a campfire. there's obviously a few ash drops on there, so it's going to need a little tent repair kit and just kind of a couple of patches to fix that up. But outside of that, Colorado's pretty much ready to go. Probably do a coolant change on that before I take it as well, just so I know that's all good to go. I have recently just done the oil change, as you know. May do fuel filters and stuff as well, just give it kind of a bit of a service. Again, budget's a little bit tight between now and Chilli Jam, just trying to get everything prepped with the car and everything else. Kind of, it's been a couple of really big weeks. So yeah, it's kind of, I've got still got wheels and I've still got tyres to get for Chilli Jam as well, which are all sorted. They're coming hopefully this week. Hopefully this week or next week they should turn up. We'll get those all sorted. But yeah, getting the fab section is going to be massive for me too, because there's a lot of projects and stuff I want to do in there for things to sell, and try and help pay for all this as well. Doing fab work for other people as well, obviously small stuff. Pardon me. There isn't. I'm not going to be going into big things like the. Obviously, I've got BBB fabrication on as one of my partners, doing the roll cage stuff like that. It's not going to be anything big like that. It's really going to be a lot of 31 specific stuff, so it's not going to be a massive market. Really going to be 31 specific stuff, and there's going to be a lot of accessories and stuff as well. Not necessarily fabrication as such, but manufacturing kind of things for accessories for drift cars and stuff like that as well. So making my own accessories, hands-on making them for drift cars and stuff as well, which I'm really excited to get into. Every time I can get into doing it, like making the mount for the handbrake and stuff like that, I really kind of enjoy doing it and fiddling and working it out and getting all that sort of stuff done. So looking forward to getting all that done as well. Yeah, it's getting close. I think what are we now? The 2nd. So we've got like 23 days, like 3 weeks. This shit's all going to get done. So it's going to come around really, really quickly. So I'm kind of pushing to get stuff done. So trying to film as much as I can. There is a few things that I just buckle down and get it done, because it's going to be something that's going to be hard to edit, a lot of B-roll and stuff like that to make it actually interesting to watch. I know these kind of talking head videos aren't all that interesting sometimes, so it is a little bit hard to kind of do, but I'm trying to make the most of it, get as much content for you guys as I can, but sticking to this daily vlogging as well. Yeah, really excited. Lots of big changes, some massive stuff coming. Going to be a couple of really big weeks to get this all prepped and ready to go. Really excited for the 2 big surprises. They're either going to be, one of Monday's going to be cool. I've done it before. It's freaking cool. I love it. I don't care what people think, what people say. I think it's freaking cool and it's awesome, and should be more of it. The other one, it's either going to be really, really sick or really, really shit. It could go either way. I'm hoping it looks sick. Either way, it's going to happen for Chilli Jam. Whether it looks good or not, it's going to happen. But we'll see. Whether it works or not, we will find out in due course. I will film it and I will release it at some point as a video for the channel, so you guys can see the whole process we go through of doing said secret, or both of them, because it's something that it's also stuff you guys could do at home. So if it works out the way I'm hoping, it's the sort of thing you guys can do at home. So it's a cool little DIY thing. But yeah, we shall find out. That's a case of it's a wait and see as to what happens. Kind of nervous, kind of excited, kind of hoping it works out the way I hope it does. So, but we shall see. Anyway, I'm going to sign this off because I've been rambling for too long, and I need to go and edit this and get it up for you guys to watch. Yeah, like always, guys, really appreciate the support. I really appreciate everyone that watches and follows along and comments and reacts to the videos. As always, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe. There is still so many of you that watch these videos that do not subscribe. Trying to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's only going to happen if you guys help support the channel and subscribe. If you're not sure, have a look below. If it still says subscribe, click it. If it says subscribed, you're already there. There'll be a red button if you're not. So double check, see if you are subscribed. If not, please click the button, guys. Really appreciate the support. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Until next time, stay awesome, stay amazing, and I will see you out on the track.